Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show. And yeah, it's time, baby. It's time, our first episode of the year, and I can't wait. Today's takeaway is who is the head of the table? Check it out.
Is going to go out in San Diego. I'm a little hungry. I'm going to go get something to eat. Should The Rock sit at the head of the table?
And happy new year to all the listeners and followers and supporters of the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show. Welcome to the HHWShow podcast with myself, Frank, and Hector. Man, it's good to be back once again, 2024. And what a remarkable way to start day one with the biggest surprise, all right, of a former world champion, which was broadcasted already, to be fooled by Jinder Mahal, which technically he is a former world champion, and to have a bigger surprise of The Rock showing up in San Diego.
Oh my God! To me, it's kind of predictable, but I mean, it's still great to see in the sense with The Rock. We need something. We need something different, okay? Because we're talking about the Roman Reigns, the tribal chief here, so we do need to see something different in 2024 than what we have been seeing for the last several years that he's been champion.
Him cheating his way all the way through half the time. I mean, look, I don't think it was predictable. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I didn't think that was predictable. I was in a bigger shock than the ring announcer Ricochet's fiance, right? Which was trending on social media of her reaction when she heard the music. But
script.
you know what? I got a feeling that it doesn't matter. What matters is that The Rock made his presence and he drew first blood. So we are going to see a match between The Rock and Roman Reigns. The biggest thing is, can Roman Reigns hang in there and speak the mic very well to hang with The Rock? That is what I'm waiting for. Like, yeah, you said the same shit over and over again about John Cena. He's an old Cena, blah, blah, blah. It fit well. Now you got to elevate your game even more against The Rock. Okay. And I feel like there's a stepping stone, right? After him, it's got to be CM Punk because he's the best on the mic. You know what I mean? However, there's another individual we're going to mention later that he looks like an actor. We're going to talk about him later on the show after we do the recap of day one. But I am liking this. I love the direction. And what I figured out is that earlier in the day, The Rock made his presence at the Rose Bowl. Okay. He was there announcing the merge of the XFL and USFL. They were combining it to the UFL. And he was there during the pregame show in which on the college football side of the house, Michigan did defeat Alabama. And so for being there, that's 2 hours away from where WWE had in San Diego. To be over there, that's pretty remarkable of his schedule, man. Honestly, to be on time, to be everywhere simultaneously, that's a lot of skills. But I'm digging The Rock. How about you, Frank?
Oh, dude, I'm digging The Rock like there's no tomorrow. When he came out with that promo, I was like, what? You can't beat that. That is freaking I'm drawing first blood on you. I got you now. Let's see what's up now. When the match is gonna happen, I don't know.
Well, we'll wait and see, man, because that's something that we're going to talk about later on. But let's go ahead and talk about day one real quick, and no other than Becky Lynch versus Nia Jax. Nia Jax went ahead and defeated Becky Lynch with a good right. I mean, that was solid. Okay. I think Mandy predicted that Becky Lynch was going to go over, and that way we could see Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley. But I think the script has changed, and I got a feeling that Nia Jax is going to be next for the world title.
I think she should be. I mean, look, I love Becky Lynch, don't get me wrong. But I think, Nia Jax should be in contention for it. You know what? She left or whatever, she got fired, she came back. There has to be a story for her too, right?
Absolutely.
So, I think she should be in contention for it. That would be perfect for her. And you know what? Maybe she might be the one to take down Rhea Ripley. Who knows?
I think she's the right fit if the cards are in the right place with her being back after being fired. There's a lot of speculations of what really went on behind closed doors, backstage, why they fired her, her being rough with the superstars, I don't know, whatever it is. Hopefully that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Absolutely. Yeah.
Hopefully
absolutely.
This is correct, being done correctly. And if it is, then she's going to be a dominant force. She showed it since she's been back. Still kind of arrogant for me a little bit from a fan standpoint, but she's doing it. And so
arrogant. Where we get the
that's her character, though. That's her character.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't know. I can't decipher if it is, what they want, or is that her, still bringing back what she maybe not needing to bring back.
Oh, you mean like her attitude, or
sometimes,
like she kind of like got that little ego, or like that snotty stuff, right? I don't know, like little teenagers do.
Who doesn't want an arrogant person sometimes?
Well, I'm hoping it's for the right reason.
You might want an arrogant female, you never know.
Well, then that's the dominance part, isn't it? 50 Shades of WWE there.
Really?
Sorry.
Anyways, but let's talk about Becky Lynch, because now that she came out of loss, right? And she tried to avenge Nia Jax for what she had done to her with that broken nose. Now she lost fair and square. What's next for Becky Lynch?
First, get that nose fix or that lip fix or whatever first, and get that patched up before she even thinks about getting back in the ring. I really don't know what could be next for her. I mean, I don't think a title shot in any caliber should be, next for her. I think she needs to probably take a step back and just figure this out. I mean,
there is the Royal Rumble. She could go into the Royal Rumble and see where that takes her. But I got a feeling that the tables turn in the locker room. I think Nia Jax, she's been on TV. She's been on the spotlight. Why not her is what I'm going to say, is why not her? I think that we are deserving to have a new champion, and I think she is the best one right now, currently, to be in the lead to face Rhea Ripley. Pretty much a WrestleMania event. I really do. I think it's time, because like you guys said, she was fired. She came back, and wherever happens background, look, you know how many times I heard stories like Shawn Michaels, everyone that like, sometimes, yeah, it is a little bit rough. I mean, you gotta sell it. You know what I mean? But if you're gonna be complaining about, oh, she's a little rough, hey, well then I guess you ain't doing your job. Really. You know what I mean? So like, that's a sport. You're getting paid. Make it happen. So if they're worried about injuries, it comes with the job too. You know what I mean? So
but hold on. Mm-hmm. We're talking about her being rough. It happens. It's part of the industry, and people do make mistakes. And maybe, when she really broke Becky Lynch's nose, or when she really popped her, you know what? It happens. Because when you look at it, these superstars are doing real moves.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And sometimes, you know what?
Maybe she deserved it. I don't know.
Yeah, to me,
she deserved it.
with Nia Jax, is she doing it on purpose, or did she really accidentally do it? With the force that she has behind it.
Yeah.
Because as dominant as she is as a woman, she can would make force herself onto any woman in that roster if she choose to, and who's going to really physically stop her? We're talking about like Andre the Giant of the women right now. Okay, Andre knew how to go with the script, but if he didn't want to, who was going to stop
him? That's a
I
big
wouldn't mind
man to
her
be
not going on
stopping.
the script, but
Yeah. But hey, bro, let's move on real quick because we also have Tegan Knox in the title losing to Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Are we seeing the future champs? Are we seeing the future champs between Baszler and not between, but the team of Baszler and Stark?
I like them
I
as
don't know, man.
individuals.
I can't comment on this because honestly, to me, I feel that the women's tag team division is the weakest division there is, and I'm not even interested in it, to be honest. Because
I'll
there
be
hasn't
more
been a real
interested if
tag
the
team.
Kabuki Warriors versus these two right here, right? And then we got new tag teams that came from NXT. They got the call up. They're legit. So like these are legit teams, not something that they piece together, right? And I know Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler they are pieced together, but they have a lot of common interests within each other, right? And I could see them to bond as a team, and slowly and surely they're doing that. But I'm wanting something like that. Yeah, Katana Chance and her tag team partner, their current tag team champions, they've been tag teaming for a very long time, so it's well deserving that they're champions. But I just don't see them greater than the Kabuki Warriors or Damage Control or any else that's put together. I think they're like the weakest link, yet they're still winning. But it's just they're I don't know the acrobatic type maneuvers I guess that they do. I just don't see that they have enough power to stand for themselves, if you know what I mean.
I get it. Sometimes it's not all about power. You need that finesse sometimes, and we've seen that when, with teams like the Rockers or the Midnight Express or the Rock and Roll Express, they weren't all about muscle and power.
Right.
They knew they can take on those heavy hitters like Legion of Doom or whoever the case may be. So I like it, and
I
it
think
goes
that's
to
something that we're aiming for. And to be honest with you, look at all these other supers that are returning back to WWE. They're cut up. They're like bulky, cut. I mean, that's something that we're looking for. And if we see that from the men's side of the house, I know definitely we're going to see more of that in the women's side of the house. It's got to be, So new management and everything else. Maybe they're trying to paint a picture for us what change is coming. But Rhea Ripley, champion, she still is the champ. She went ahead and defeated Ivy. But the thing is, she's just coasting in as a champion. And sooner or later, she's going to meet her match. And I think Nia Jax is the one. People flirt about Becky Lynch versus her. And I think that would happen if she wins the Royal Rumble. But I think it's a far stretch right now. I think we're going to see a new superstar winning the Royal Rumble, and especially in the women's division. But my favorite one is Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Champion. And this right here, I was like, whoa. That's all I was saying. Whoa. Drew McIntyre had an opportunity to become the new heavyweight champion, right? And it didn't happen.
Dude, he just overexerted himself. All right. And that is what caused him not to win the championship.
But listen, you're right. You said it. You said the right words here, because this guy's so desperate to become a champion that everything's over exaggerated, everything this and that. I mean, he's like, and I'm like, dude, you're not using your brains. Come on. When becoming a champ is not about physicality, it's all about strategy.
But isn't that everyday life?
But he's want to torture everybody. Like again, it's like he's so frustrated of why he's not the champion that it continues to reflect in the ring.
But was that pin necessary? It was overkill. He done hit him with the claymore. I mean, the guy was out. I
He
mean,
could have
why do
just
you?
stood on him, put his foot on his chest. He could have done something,
I
right?
mean, yeah. Look, he's got his back is arched. He got his legs all balled up in the air. I mean,
Dude, he's leaning on his head. He's freaking cleared. He
God,
cleared him, and that's just too much.
Yeah,
A regular pin with hooking the leg. That's it. You know what? You're done. You're gone. Bye.
he knocked Seth Rollins into 2025, dude. I mean, that's how bad it was. Rollins was out.
and this comes after the fact that he went ahead and knocked out Damian Priest, slammed what's his name, Dum Dum, and to go back in there and hit the Claymore. And it was like, wow. And then his frustration continued because he got other moves. He could have just gone ahead and do another signature move and still get the win. But instead, he wanted to throw him out in the ring, trying to slam him on the table. And then it backfired because he got pedigreed on there. Right. And then the rest was history. So, like, this is all Drew McIntyre. And this is something that Seth Rollins kept saying in his promo all the time. It wasn't even about the championship. It's all about Drew McIntyre. And this is an example of what he has done since losing the title and trying to get back into the championship picture right there. Shame on him. And that should be a lesson learned. And then there is no more opportunity for him.
Nope. Back in the line there, buddy. Regroup, reorganize, figure out what you need to do for yourself. And
absolutely
find yourself, find your new identity, or find your whatever you got to do.
Yeah. Well, happy holidays, everybody. Happy New Year. I hope that 2024 brings the best out of each and one of you, because of course, for us, you know, we setting our goals, we aiming high, more subscribers, more interviews, more action, more tournaments, and so on and so forth. And next week, we definitely going to have a Fantasy Royal Rumble. It'll premiere next week, so please stay tuned to that. More than that. But my favorite picture of them all, before we get to our takeaway, is this right here. Cody Rhodes. Which actor could be Cody Rhodes if they were to make a movie out of the American Nightmare? And I picked Neil McDonough. All right. And every time I see Cody Rhodes, I see this actor. I really do. So my question is to you, besides Cody Rhodes, is there any actor that could resemble a current superstar?
Any actor?
The Rock has himself.
He's so stupid. Because he's an actor, right?
Exactly.
They had this kid acting like him, man. So I'm sure they could find somebody. I don't know.
I can't think of anything.
I can't really think, but I think the guy that you put up was pretty close.
Pretty rock solid, right? Now I'll put him back up again. Cody Rhodes and Neil McDonough. I don't even know if anyone ever told him that. You know, probably. I don't know, but
I think the only difference there would be the hairline. The only difference there is the hairline.
We could add hairline to that one.
Yeah, so
he's a pro, bro. You know, these hair specialists and all these professionals that go behind the camera, they'll make it happen. I know they will. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and talk about New Year's Revolution on SmackDown coming up. And so your predictions here is the championship. We got Io Sky versus what? Why you do that? I didn't even get to finish. I didn't finish.
You don't have to, because Io Sky's gonna win on that one, bro. This is just she ain't gonna win, bro.
What's her name?
Mia. No, I don't.
It doesn't matter.
It matter what her freaking name is.
Io Sky is definitely gonna win this match. Kevin Owens versus Santos Escobar. I got Kevin Owens in this match.
Next. Sure.
I've been saying that all along. I said Kevin Owens.
But the real reason that's gonna happen is I better see the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley go after Santos Escobar. because he just burned the bridge. He burned that bridge a couple of weeks ago, and that's gonna allow Kevin Owens, which is a bigger story. Kevin Owens is going to be the next United States champion. It's just a matter of when, and that's going to definitely happen at the Royal Rumble. I will be disappointed if he went ahead and cheated his way, and then we're going to get to see them at the Elimination Chamber. I hope that doesn't happen. I really, really don't like that. But the other thing about it is this, is that I don't think Logan Paul, for one, should have had the title, but I get it. I totally understand. Um, he's accomplished a lot. It just is sadly that he can't go into professional boxing and earn himself a WBC championship because he knows he'll get destroyed. Okay, you want to pick on old timers or pay people to get put down. I got you. I understand. You want your drink? I got you. I totally understand. Great success. But when you're talking about actual boxing, right? You couldn't do it, so you went to WWE, a scripted event, just to win a title. That kind of shows you what real champion's all about. Just saying. But I like to see Logan Paul versus Ricochet at WrestleMania. That is my dream match because of what he has done in the past with Ricochet's fiance, forcing her to say his name and all that good stuff. That is a story that's not finished. If a matter of fact, Ricochet lost to him, and so I'll bet you he wants that rematch.
I mean, yeah, I could see that if they were to go that route, then put the belt around Ricochet. Might as well.
Nah.
No, man. That just needs to be a regular match. Just
so you'd rather keep the belt on somebody who don't even show himself on TV, who hasn't even
shows himself on TV.
Kevin Owens is gonna beat him at WrestleMania. I mean, at Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Since he's won that title, has he been on TV?
No. What I'm saying is Kevin Owens. No. I got the confused. I said Kevin Owens is going to be the United States champion. I'm talking about without the belt, Logan Paul versus Ricochet. That's the match that I want to see.
Okay, then yeah.
No. But I wouldn't be surprised he kept the belt, and then we see Kevin Owens going against Logan Paul for a rematch because I don't think it's going to be a fair fight. His boys are going to be there, I guess, but could Sami Zayn come out somewhere? I don't know. It's a hard sell. But the other one, the main event, will be a triple threat match. The winner faces Roman Reigns for the undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship. Randy Orton, LA Knight, and AJ Styles. So I picked Randy Orton to win. I think that's the moneymaker. And I'm also going to predict that match against Roman Reigns will probably be the first match to start off the Royal Rumble.
Interesting. First match.
Because whoever loses, again, they're going to enter into the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And it's happened because, if I'm not mistaken, when Roman Reigns he was a champion, and he started off the Royal Rumble against Baron Corbin. Remember that? In Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the debut of Edge.
Yeah.
So I could see that happening. I could see that. But who you got? Who you guys got?
Randy Orton.
My heart's telling me Randy Orton. my mind wants to see LA Knight.
All right, Art Kelly. Okay, Art Kelly.
Okay.
Wow.
My mind wants to see LA Knight. My eyes want to see AJ Styles. But I still pick Randy Orton regardless.
And your PP says what?
Nia Jax.
My mind's telling me.
You know what? I'll tell you later.
And then LA Knight's looking like, huh?
Yeah.
He can't even point.
No.
Because something else is pointing.
Wow.
Oh man. I don't know which one's worse, this one or yesterday's podcast at All Four Downs, when you started telling me that All Four Down jokes. about a certain person. So, anyways, I think it's unanimous. We all think that Randy Orton is going to win.
Yeah.
I think so, just because I don't know that signature move that AJ Styles did on LA Knight when he popped up out of nowhere. I think those two are going to go toe to toe with each other. Just something's telling me that. But at the same time, AJ Styles has more drama because his group, the OCs, are they going to still stick together? That is the big question. Notice that before AJ Styles was injured, there was a falling out going on because the OCs did not want anything to do with the bloodline. Okay. And that is something that the OCs never, ever have done before, was dodge a bullet. And we'll see what happens there. Okay. The biggest question here is, which premium event should the match take place between The Rock and Roman Reigns? And before we answer that, we are going to lead into the takeaway of who is the head of the table. All right, Monday Night Raw happened when The Rock made his debut, a special appearance. The crowd was up, and yes, he went ahead and gave the people's elbow to Jinder Mahal. And then at the end, before he left, he said he was hungry. And if you tune into the video at the beginning of the show, you already know what happened. And he said those favorite words that the fans, the WWE Universe, was waiting for: the seat of the head of the table, because he's hungry. He's hungry. The Rock is hungry.
Let me tell you something. I love the way that he just led up to that, because it caught me by complete surprise. I didn't think he was even going to say that. You know, until the very end, I was like, "Oh, look at this guy! Oh my God!" I jumped off my bed because I was laying in bed watching it. I was like, "Oh my God, yes!" And now the question is, when should it happen?
Well, so let me ask you this: should it happen in the Elimination Chamber, or should it happen at WrestleMania 40? Frank, you're in the way, so let's go. You lead the way.
Listen, this is a WrestleMania match. There's no way that this could be at any other event, okay, or premium live event, or whatever event you want, that it cannot be a WrestleMania moment. This is a WrestleMania match, because at the end, what is it we're talking about? We're talking about the head of the table. Okay. Who do you guys think is the head of the table? My personal opinion, I think The Rock, regardless of the fact. You know, I think he's the head of the table. He's been around the longest. He's better on the mic, and I think he's a better wrestler than Roman Reigns. So, to me, The Rock is the head of the table.
I'll save my comments for last. Go ahead, Hector.
I think this should be a WrestleMania moment. But I have an issue with this. Why does The Rock feel the need to all of a sudden challenge for the head of the table? What is it, about this hierarchy of a position, that he all of a sudden now feels that he has to challenge for it? If he's been so successful, if he is considered the people's champ, and he's got the millions and the millions of fans behind him, why does the head of the table title mean anything for him?
Maybe it's not just the title. Maybe this is just a family thing. Maybe it's all those remarks that Roman Reigns have said for the past 2.5 years about how he is the head of the table of the whole entire family. Who else? Who gave him their approval? The Rock never gave him approval. The Rock was there first, in Roman Reigns.
But The Rock, he doesn't need The Rock's approval. I mean, there was other family members that were there in the wrestling business before The Rock.
So what does that got to do with him, though?
And The Rock is not even full-blood Samoan. So why does he have to challenge for the head of the table?
Wait.
He never said that he was going to challenge, regardless.
But he's not full-blood.
It doesn't matter. He's still blood.
Yeah, you know
he's
what?
Still blood.
Hold on for a second. Hold on. That's like saying my kids are 75% Puerto Rican, 25% Mexican, but we're going to a Mexican house, but they're not going to be included. They're not Mexican.
They could be included. I'm not saying that he can't.
That's what you just said.
No, I'm talking about being the head of the table. What is so significant about it?
But he never said about the change. He said he might take the seat at the head of the table.
By mentioning it, he's saying already that he wants it, like he really needs it. He don't need it.
But he is the head of the table, though.
But he's the head of the freaking table.
How?
He is the only, whichever way you look at it, whether he's full-blood Samoan, halfway Samoan, a quarter Samoan, he's still freaking Samoan. And he deserves to be the head of the table. Why? Because he's been there longer.
But he had his time. His time already came and gone, just like John Cena.
No, because
Roman Reigns has never acknowledged The Rock.
He doesn't.
That is probably what it is.
He doesn't need to.
Of course he needs to.
No, he don't.
Yes, he does.
He doesn't need to acknowledge him. He
don't.
No,
what you're telling me is he's allowed to acknowledge the ones that were there before, but not The Rock. Is what
who paved the way. The Rock didn't pave the way.
Sure, he did.
What?
No, he did not pave the way.
How did Rock not help pave the way?
He maybe helped, but he didn't start it.
But instrumental.
Okay, but he wasn't. He did not start this whole thing with the Samoan family. He's just
he didn't.
He just integrated into it.
But he's been a part of the Samoan family. Don't you realize that when The Rock was in, there wasn't much of the Samoan family in there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So The Rock kept the Samoan family in the WWE or within the wrestling realm.
Okay, but Rikishi was still around.
So let me ask you this. Let me tell you more before you guys continue. There is more to this story. Remember, Paul Heyman went to NXT and talked to The Rock's daughter. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, whatever the wise man said to her, I guess she is helping Shawn Michaels as the general manager of NXT, pointing out things out. I want to know what was said behind the scenes that Paul Heyman that brought out The Rock to say what he had to say on Monday night. I think that is another piece of the factor as to why The Rock made his appearance. Because why else? Why else would The Rock come when Paul Heyman, the wise man, went ahead and said something to his daughter? Now, career progression, letting go, being whatever it is, the group that she was in, and now falling in place with Shawn Michaels. What's the real deal behind that scene? I want to know more details, okay? And I think that was the trigger for The Rock to come out.
Whatever it is, I think it's just it may be a bold move, but I think it's a dumb move on The Rock. He sat back for the last 3 years that this man has took reign of the WWE, however you want to see it, cheating, non-cheating, it doesn't matter. He consecutively dominated the WWE, both Raw and SmackDown, for 3 years and counting. And now all of a sudden, The Rock wants to come out when his time has passed. He's seen what happened to Edge. He's seen what happened to John Cena. Okay, he's seen what happened to Cody Rhodes with the story situation, and yet everybody is falling to the Roman Empire. And now all of a sudden he thinks he's got what it takes to come out and challenge for this. It is just a ridiculous move on his part, in my opinion.
I don't think it's ridiculous.
I think
if I was Roman Reigns, I'd be like all in as to, well, you know what? I'm going to finish that story. Okay.
And that's exactly what he's going to do. That's exactly what he's going to do.
Let me remind you.
I hardly ever agree with Ovi.
To me, this is an embarrassment to The Rock.
I hardly ever like to agree with Ovi.
Right.
Okay. I normally agree with Hector, but Hector, You know what? We ain't boys right now. Screw that. I didn't agree with you at all.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with
What the
that.
hell are you talking about? No, man. The Rock is the head of the goddamn table.
I mean, The Rock had to acknowledge John Cena and pass the torch to John Cena. Now he wants to jump ship, come back. He wants to jump the line and come back after he's seen what happened to John Cena after he passed the torch to Cena. He got buried. He got buried. Come on now. To me, this is just a dumb move for The Rock. He's going to embarrass himself. That's what's going to happen here. And Roman Reigns' legacy of being the head of the table is going to continue. It's not going to stop with The Rock. It's not going to stop with Cody Rhodes. It's not going to stop with Randy Orton just yet. They're hyping this up too much to make you as a fan believe that his end is coming sooner than later.
This is the start of this drama really started to get people's attention when Roman Reigns went ahead and did a movie with The Rock. Okay. That's where all the speculation is. But what about if these two go at it? And now that was years ago, right? And this buildup is coming up right here. But here's the thing. And let's define the head of the table real quick. The head of the table is a table where the host or most prominent person sits at a formal meal. Okay. We'll take it back as to what Roman Reigns used to say at the very beginning when he helped out the Usos and forced the Usos to create this bloodline. Okay. Remember, he was like, who put food on your table? Who did this? These people need me so I could put food on their table. And he used to go through every opponent. Remember, he did it to Kevin Owens, which was the bigger story on that, right? But who gave that food and table to Roman Reigns? Who gave it to him?
The Rock.
Oh, that's what's going to happen. That is what is going to be stated here in the future.
How are you going to sit here and tell you The Rock gave him that when he busted his ass, losing matches, getting screwed out of matches, and having to come back and win matches after, dealing with his, with his recovery? Okay, he's busted his ass and earned his way up from the bottom to the top. The Rock did not give him anything.
Okay, so you're referring to when he came back after like mid-COVID and stuff like that, right? Okay, yeah, I totally got it. But let's take it back even further. How did he get to NXT?
You're not going to sit here and make me believe that The Rock did it for him.
You never know. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I don't know the facts on that. But the point is that something's got to give.
That bloodline goes way deeper than The Rock to sit here and make me believe that The Rock gave it to him. Because remember, The Rock passed the torch to John Cena.
Hold on for a second.
Not to Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Okay. Who is not to say that The Rock went to Vinnie Mac, went to Triple H, and hey, bring Roman Reigns, my cousin, in?
I don't know that, man. I don't know that.
Who's not to say that?
I'm gonna say that.
I'm not saying it happened, but
the storyline is that they're gonna go back as far as the Shield, right? And then how everyone dispersed and became individuals, and that storyline. But again, the most prominent person in that family, who is the most prominent? Is it Roman Reigns or is it The Rock? Okay. I got a feeling that the stardom, the success of The Rock has a lot to play for, and it's good for business. And I agree with you both on one thing. This is a WrestleMania. But what else does this lead to? Is that Cody Rhodes wants to finish the story, yet I think he will get that opportunity. A lot of people don't see this, but I think the opportunity is this. Is that once Cody Rhodes finished with Shinsuke Nakamura, why not Cody Rhodes go after Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber? You know what I mean? Like, something's got to give, or is he reserved for SummerSlam? And even that, we got to wait till September for The Rock to break Hulk Hogan's record if that's what they're aiming for.
You mean for Roman Reigns?
For Roman Reigns, right? Is that the plan? You know what I mean?
I hope not.
I'm just saying because
Hogan's the number one all time.
Hold on. What happens in September? Is it I forgot which premium event happens in September, but I know in August, right? We have what, SummerSlam or the aftermath SummerSlam and next Premium, because that happened in Puerto Rico. You remember that, right?
Payback. Was it
Payback. There
Payback?
you go. Payback. What was after Payback? Or do we have to go back to Saudi Arabia and have another crown jewel to where Cody Rhodes, because he got a big pop there, right? Maybe Cody Rhodes could win it there. Who knows? There's a lot that goes into this, and hopefully they still healthy for it. But we also left out somebody else, Solo Sikoa. He is the right hand man. So before you even get to Roman Reigns, Solo's going to be involved. So before you get to Roman, you got to go through Jimmy, then you got to get to Solo, and then now you got to get to Roman Reigns. Just saying.
And we seen what happened with John Cena when that happened. We don't even see him anymore.
Who knows if he comes back? Watch this. So I got this perfect thing that's going to happen.
You're
Ready?
giving me a headache with all this.
No. This is perfect. Solo's going to probably do the same thing to The Rock. And John Cena comes back, be like, I got you, brother. I got you.
Frank, boot him out of here.
Nah, come on. It's true, though.
I mean, the next thing you're going to tell me is that Cody Rhodes, John Cena, and The Rock are all going to triple team Roman Reigns just to finally beat him because they can't beat him on his own.
Can you say that again? Can you say that again? The three names again?
Why? So you can boot me out?
No. Say that again.
Roman Reigns, The Rock, Cody Rhodes, and John Cena. You're going to tell me they're going to triple team Roman Reigns to take that title?
No. Them versus the whole bloodline. Those 3-on-3 match. Oh, I love that. Book it.
I need a migraine pill because y'all giving me a headache with this crap.
Well, you got no more hairs. He needs the blue chew.
I ain't got no hair to pull out. Look, I agree to one thing. Roman Reigns is eventually going to lose that title, and he could lose it probably late this year. I think he's getting too close to Hulk Hogan for him not to break that record. We never, in the history of the WWE,
do we need it though?
But yes, because we never had a heel do what Roman Reigns is doing. Whether you
is
agree,
he really a heel?
Yes, he is.
I sometimes think he's just a tweener.
Well, no, I mean, in the
I think he's just a tweener.
In the sense that where the title's being held from previous champions who have consecutively held these titles, he's a heel in that sense. Okay. Because he is taking names, and the way you even said it, he's cheating because Hogan really never had to cheat to keep his belt. Bob Backlund, Pedro Morales, none of these guys had to cheat to win the title.
And normally Andre the Giant never cheated either.
I coño with this damn Andre the Giant. Jesus. Next thing you know, you're gonna tell me Andre's gonna wind up coming out of the grave and pin Roman Reigns. Yeah.
Nah, the Undertaker will.
Big Show.
Don't even get started with the Undertaker because Roman Reigns already beat him when he was the big dog.
Nah, boy, I tell you what, this is so fascinating that we're talking about this. Because listen, wherever or whenever this happens, this is gonna be an awesome match. I really do. But I just don't see any other premium event but WrestleMania 40 out of all places going to be in Philadelphia, the Love City, right? I'm definitely digging it, and I'm sold, and I'm waiting for it. I know many times we say, yo, let these old guys not come back, but in this case, let him come back. I'm actually all in for this.
I think that a lot of times, yeah, we do say we don't want the old guys to come back,
but there are certain circumstances.
Right. I think The Rock is an exception to that. I think John Cena is an exception to that. I think even Triple H is an exception to that. And
the only thing about Triple H is that his health issues. He has
right.
What is that called?
But I think that when we talk about the old timers coming back, it's different to each individual. And I think The Rock is very different because you look at The Rock, and The Rock could still really be wrestling. The only reason why he's not wrestling is because he decided to take his career to a different level. Because when you look at The Rock's physique, I think he's fucking stronger than Roman Reigns.
But my concern with The Rock is in-ring ability, because when he wrestled John Cena, he tore his abdomen in 3 places.
Yes, he
Okay,
did.
so that is a concern with him being in ring shape versus just muscular outside the ring. Okay, is he in ring ready, especially at his age, to take on Roman Reigns and actually get through the match completely without injuring himself to where he has to be out for a whole year to quote unquote get a rematch like he did John Cena?
I'm gonna tell you this: The Rock is not winning.
Oh,
And his
I'm glad you
schedule,
said that.
he's not winning. This guy is going to start a new season at the UFL that's happening this spring. You're talking about a guy that's still making movies. This guy's traveling around the world. I mean, what is The Rock not doing? You know what I mean? Like, we don't even know when he rests. That's how busy he is, right?
Listen,
And so to take this moment,
he's
watch this, to
51.
take this moment against Roman Reigns is only elevating Roman Reigns at higher heights.
Yeah, I don't think The Rock will win regardless, but would I love The Rock to win? Yes. I mean, look, when you look at it, The Rock is 51 years old. Okay,
Age doesn't matter when it comes to this, though. It
Eh,
doesn't matter.
Sometimes it does.
Well,
You
depending
gotta,
on how.
you gotta be careful.
But the way he's going about it, it's not like he's wrestling all the time. You know what I mean? He could do this. He could do this. I mean, if you want to talk about, hey, look at Chris Jericho on AEW. He's still going. You know what I mean?
But he's still going versus The Rock is not still going.
True. But in these circumstances, I'm not looking at the age. It's going to be a great show. The thing is that does he have enough stamina to hang in there with Roman Reigns?
Yeah, but this is the thing. You're looking at The Rock is 51. All right. Roman Reigns is not even 40 years old. He's 38 years old. Okay, so when you look at the age difference between 38 and 51, that's a big gap. Because you cannot sit here and tell me that you at 38 years old right now, that you are 38 years old compared to your age right now, you're physically the same person. Because you're not.
I know, I'm not the same. I'll tell you that right now. I haven't been the same since my surgery.
All right. So at the end of the day, my favorite word, at the end of the day, Roman Reigns will beat him based on age.
I'll be careful on that. I said that he has more stamina, more endurance, and that, of course. I mean, I don't think The Rock is going to take the table. You know what I mean?
I would love it.
Be a great
I would
match.
love to see The Rock.
I'm sure you would. Me too.
And I think that by doing this for Roman Reigns, they're just elevating him to be champion longer.
Yeah,
okay,
I do believe that.
And that's why I believe that once he passes Hulk Hogan, then the title reign can come to an end eventually, because there's nothing. He's not going to catch Bob Backlund. He's not going to catch Pedro Morales or what the other guy was,
Bruno Sammartino.
He's not catching.
Now, that's a different story though, because again,
it's just
we're talking about the era where they only wrestled once a month. You see what I'm saying? That's why he got so many days. If Bruno Sammartino was doing what the current superstars are doing now, that dude would never been that over 4,000 days. It just wouldn't happen.
Roman Reigns is doing what freaking Bruno Sammartino and these other people are doing. Okay, he doesn't wrestle all the time. That is my biggest issue.
It wasn't Bruno's fault though. It's just the booking, because they had MSG once a month.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying?
Whether it's Bruno's fault or not. In this day and age, I am a firm believer that, you know what, at whatever premium live event you have, all titles should be defended.
Not all titles.
If you look at
when it's called Night of Champions, yes. Year, but we can still have titles defended on Raw or on SmackDown. I get it. I mean, that's okay. That's okay. I get it. But in a premium event, whoever's the main eventer should defend it. You're absolutely correct.
Look at Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins has been a part, if I'm not mistaken, of almost, if not every single premium live event, almost all of them.
And that's why he's ranked #1 in the HHWShow top 25 for 2023.
That's fine. But you know what? Roman Reigns needs to be defending his title too.
But I think the storyline has to fit. The storyline
got to fit.
for each
Remember,
one, and
Seth
it fits
Rollins, the
differently.
fighting champion. You got to be deserving for Roman Reigns. You got to be deserving for the title.
And I think they fit I think they fit the way they created the two characters with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. They did it perfectly to where you're going to get best of both worlds. You're not getting the title shots, defended against with Roman Reigns, but we get it with Seth Rollins. But we get the longevity with Roman Reigns because we want to see what is next. You see?
So watch this. There is also speculation that soon, once Roman Reigns finishes his title run, that he will retire and go on to acting. What dream match must happen at WrestleMania? And I'm talking about future WrestleManias here. That Roman Reigns will go away. Who is the superstar that will take him down?
Jimmy.
I disagree.
Or either that or Cody Rhodes.
And I still disagree.
Randy Orton.
And I still disagree.
LA Knight. Solo Sikoa.
I'm not thinking about him, but okay. But you mentioned like I lounge your list. Are you on the website looking that I listen to everybody?
Gunther. That's the only other one.
Go ahead, Hector. You want to chime in?
I would think it's going to would stay in the family, and Jey Uso would be the one to take him down.
I'm going to say this. I don't think the Usos are going to get any world title just because of this. Jimmy on his own, that dude is like, I don't know,
Jimmy's
like a stepchild or something, right? Jay, I mean, he had an opportunity to be a main event on his own for a world title. Yeah, he got his match against Seth Rollins and he lost, but most of the time he's always hanging around with people and tag teaming. That just doesn't fit his script. Okay, I'm thinking about the only one that if there's a main event, is going to be the two elite people, fair and square, with no BS, and that is Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. It has to happen at a WrestleMania, and that's never happened. It's never happened. We got that flirtiness. Remember, Seth Rollins did win at the Royal Rumble, right? Out of disqualification because Roman Reigns held that the guillotine chokehold and he wouldn't let go, and the referee called the stoppage of the match. Y'all remember that, right? And then it was never televised on MSG between the two. So that's what I'm saying. I believe that those two, fair and square, with no interference, whatever, I think Seth Rollins is the only man right now that could take down Roman Reigns and give him a farewell or a retirement. I think that's going to happen. I really do.
That would mean that
maybe WrestleMania like 3 years from now or something like that. That's my prediction.
I think it'll be sooner.
You think so?
Okay. 3 years down the line with Roman Reigns not having the belt?
Well, I don't know how long he's going to have the belt, but
that's what I'm saying. I mean,
yeah.
I think it's going to be sooner. I think when Roman Reigns drops the title, he's gone.
Survivor Series then. Survivor Series.
All right, but then you know what? You need to have Seth Rollins is going to have to drop his title somewhere.
Oh, he's already going to drop his title. That's the sign is there already. It's just whenever Damian Priest decides to get his head out of his ass and actually go for it. You know what I mean?
Why not have it be next year's WrestleMania? 2025. Maybe. Seth Rollins drops the title this year. He's going to take a break. All right? Because he's very well deserving of a break. So he's going to take the break. He comes back at the Royal Rumble, wins the Royal Rumble, and at WrestleMania 41 sends Roman Reigns packing home.
We'll see. I like it.
Just saying.
We'll see. I'd like to thank you guys for being on the show once again. This is the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show, the HHWShow podcast presented by CMG Sports Central. Tune in to CMGSportsCentral.com for the latest news of all sports. And of course, our own website, HHWShow.com, for the latest news, blogs, and our podcast. So if you're tuning in right now and you missed it from the very beginning, by all means, you could tune into the website, or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Facebook, or follow us on Twitter. I'm OV1, Frank, and Hector. Thank you for listening to our show. And once again, happy holidays, everybody. Happy New Year. And I hope that this year, whatever revolution you got going on over there, that you accomplish all your goals for this year. But let's make it a positive. Because at the end, that's right, at the very end, I am the head of the table. Yeah.
No, you're not. I got you.
Yo, who left?
I'm still here.
Who left?
I know, but I'm still here. I'm the head of the table. End the show now.